Hey everyone, it's Katie, and welcome to The Spark, your new Thursday boost from the Creative Boom podcast. Just when you thought you couldn't get enough of us, this is your creative pick-me-up as we approach the end of each working week. Every Thursday, I'll be bringing you the latest from the creative industry, along with practical tips, inspiration, and loads more to fuel your creative journey. Does that sound good? Okay, let's get started. So first up, let's talk about this week's guest. So on Monday, we had Brian Cannon, and wow, his stories about designing for Oasis and the creative energy of the 90s, a little bit of punk rock. Well, it really struck a chord with many of you, and I certainly enjoyed having a chat with Brian because I grew up in that era. I was like 15 when Oasis played Glastonbury in 1995. And I didn't go and see him because I was into drum and bass and hip hop at the time. So it was lost on me, although I will not have anybody say that I had bad taste because drum and bass still rules today. Sorry, Oasis, but it's true. So yeah, I loved that Brian was talking about the contrast between now and then. Like, if you want to be a graphic designer today, it's pretty straightforward. You can pick up a laptop and a, camera for next to nothing off eBay and get going. Whereas back then it was like, real barriers to entry, real tough industry to get into, especially if you're a working class kid from Wigan, which Brian was. And I just loved that his Instagram back then was him painting a mural in Wigan and somebody from a record company spotting it. I think I've got that right. But yeah, wow, what a time. Makes you appreciate technology, doesn't it? Even though we're going through another massive shift right now. So looking ahead, I'm excited to share that Seema Sharma will be next Monday's guest. She's an exceptional creative director with over 15 years of experience. She's worked with top agencies like Wunderman and Blast Radius and brands like Microsoft and Samsung. In our conversation, we'll explore the impact of artificial intelligence on creativity, how human creators can collaborate with machines, if at all, and what this means for the future of the industry. Are machines a threat or are they a creative partner? I know you'll have your own opinions about this, but tune in next week to hear Seema's take on it all. Now for some creative news. I feel like putting on some serious glasses here and shuffling some papers. Oh yes. I'm not going to do any impressions of former news presenters, I promise. So here's what's been happening this week. First up, Mozilla has launched a new identity designed by JKR, which blends retro vibes and pixel art, a nod to the early days of the internet. Oh, going back to the 90s again. It's all about reclaiming the web for the people, focusing on open access and digital rights. That's pretty cool stuff. In other tech news, Meta has introduced celebrity voices for its AI chatbots, with stars like Dame Judi Dench and John Cena joining the mix. Soon you'll be able to interact with these AI versions in your apps. Gosh, what do you think about that? I'm not sure, jury's out. Anyway, Meta's latest event, Mark Zuckerberg unveiled Orion AR glasses, an augmented reality device that could change how we engage with the digital world. Well, closer to home, Factory International in Manchester, which is a fantastic venue, has trained over 1,000 people in creative skills like lighting and sound mixing, helping them land jobs in venues like Co-op Live and the Science and Industry Museum. It's amazing to see these opportunities making waves outside of London. I'm pretty passionate about that. We don't like things to be so London-centric, even though we love London. We do. So finally, a huge shout out to the UK creative industries for contributing 124.6 billion to the economy last year. Whew. I mean, it's a powerful reminder, isn't it, of how essential creativity is to the UK's economy. So let's just keep going. This week's Spotlight is shining on Shaping Tomorrow, a new video podcast series from UK social enterprise Hear Art. It's the first deaf-led podcast of its kind, produced by a team that's 90% deaf and focuses on amplifying the voices of deaf professionals in the creative, sports and entertainment industries. Wow, that sounds fantastic. Each episode highlights the journeys of inspiring creatives like architect Christopher Lang and makeup artist Nikki Ware, who have overcome unique challenges in their careers. So it's an incredible series showcasing the resilience and innovation within our creative community. Definitely worth checking out. All right, book lovers. Okay, so this week's book of the week is an absolute must read, and it's a bit of a curveball. You might be thinking, what's the connection? Well, I'm sorry, but it's my podcast and I'm in charge, and, I'm just going to get my own way. So this week we're recommending The Third Gilmore Girl by the legendary Kelly Bishop, who many of us know and adore as Emily Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. And oh God, I just can't resist. I'm going to do it. Richard! Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it? Try that again. Richard! Oh, love it. It's that time of year as well. I don't know if any of you like Gilmore Girls, but when it starts to get, really cold outside and the nights are drawing in, it's Gilmore Girls time. Just get it. If you haven't watched it, just get it on your sets. So in this memoir, Kelly reflects on her 6-decade career from winning a Tony Award in a chorus line to starring in Dirty Dancing and, of course, Gilmore Girls. But the book isn't just about her acting journey. It's about her life's challenges, fighting for women's rights and overcoming personal loss. Her insights are both witty and profound, which makes this memoir perfect for anyone who loves a story about resilience and creativity. And trust me, you'll want to pick this one up. It kind of resonates with what's happening with a lot of us right now, don't you think? Yeah. Resilience, creativity. Pick it up. Support Emily Gilmore. Or Kelly Bishop, For our tip of the week, let's talk about mental health. With World Mental Health Day approaching on the 10th of October, it's a great reminder to reflect on how we nurture our minds as creatives. Here's a brilliant piece of advice from Liam Hopkins of Lazarian Studio in Manchester. He says, "In the creative industry, your mind is your most valuable tool. Nurture it like you would any craft. Take time to pause, recharge, and remember. Progress often blooms in moments of rest." It's a fantastic reminder that sometimes stepping back is like the best way to move forward. If you're looking for more insights like this, then we've got plenty of mental health tips on Creative Boom this week. Make sure you check them out. And now it's time for Letters to the Editor. We love hearing from you, and here are a couple of messages that really stood out this week. Here's something from Sandrine, a freelance photo retoucher and graphic designer from Lansing. She said, "I've had to work late nights to keep all my projects on track and ended up declining a last-minute request from a very good client. I'm unsure if they found someone else or pushed the project back, but I feel guilty for turning it down. Given how the market is right now, I feel like I should be grateful for the work, even if it means working myself to exhaustion. I worry that the client now sees me as an unreliable source after depending on me for last-minute projects in the past. While I'm relieved to have payments coming in after some very dry months, I'm starting to resent the constant pressure for everything to be done right now. It feels like I'm making decisions based on what I can squeeze into a day rather than the quality of the work." What do you think? Do you feel the same? Just let us know. It would be good to hear from you. And then this from creative director Lou Maxon. "Hey, Creative Boom, I love that you champion the smaller studios and characters. There are certain legendary icons of the industry, but I was talking with a mate from London who was visiting the other day. All we hear and see are the same stories over and over and over again on YouTube and podcasts. But we don't hear enough of the smaller but powerful big stories of people in the trenches doing the work without the spotlight and platform. So thank you." Thank you, Lou. That's really nice to hear. That's what we're trying to aim for. Have you got anything you want to say, or have you got a question for the podcast? Email us at letters@creativeboom.com. That's it for this week's episode of The Spark. I hope you're feeling refreshed and ready to take on whatever comes next in your creative journey. Don't forget to check out Creative Boom for more stories and features, including everything we mentioned today, from shaping tomorrow to mental health tips and book recommendations. You'll find all the links in the show notes. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay creative, stay curious.